got the view. Theme parks calling with that thrill seeker vibe. Vacations planned and our geek hearts thrive. We're the nerd herd, loud and proud. Geeking out, we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad. We live in the dream in our nerdy pad. Lightsabers clash and controllers click. Marvel debates and board game tricks. Disney rides and coasters scream. Living life like a nerdy dream. We're the nerd herd, loud and proud. Geeking out, we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad. We live in the dream in our nerdy pad.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody, and happy just regular Sunday for those of y'all that could care less about the Super Bowl. Welcome to the Nerd Herd. Thank you for deciding to carve some of your time out to hang out with your boys here. We truly appreciate it because we know there's bigger things going on, but we wanted to be here for you guys, especially because next weekend's kind of a big question mark. That's something that we're going to have to talk about, but I can't do that by myself. So without further ado, let me get the other guys up here.
Hello, yo.
There he is, Mr. Kept Alive this past week.
One day I will say something cool. I choke when the camera's on me. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Well,
Hello, everybody.
Well, we know somebody that never shies away from saying something cool all the time, so.
It's your boy. What's up? What's up, guys? Hey, it's Super Bowl weekend. I'm here with you guys. The game is on, so I'm going to be looking at that too, but I'm locked in. Let's do this.
Let's go. Let's get it done. Thank you. Before I forget, to those of you that are watching the replay, we appreciate you coming back and joining us. And I have a feeling we're going to have a few more people watch the replay of tonight's episode than we usually do, just because there is something much bigger on than us tonight. But for those of you here, we do appreciate you being here. And of course, a huge thank you to those of you listening to us on Spotify and taking us with you wherever you may go. Because again, yes, as Jason loves to mention, the Nerd Herd is a podcast. So
it sure enough is.
So if you don't enjoy looking at these wonderful, wholesome faces, you can at least just hear our voice and take you with us, or take us with you wherever you might be headed. Ooh, what you drinking there, buddy?
Coke Zero.
Yeah, look. Yes, sir. Drink of champions.
Yeah, if I sit down here and sip on it, it gets cold.
Yeah.
It gets hot, and so I just put some ice in here.
Well, let's see who joined us in the chat, shall we? Who is here tonight? Mike.
115.
Mike is early. We love it. Yeah, Mike, I slipped today, and there's a reason why there's no pinned post. And yes, this is exactly why. It is because the Cam Fam is not with us tonight. They may pop in, but I wouldn't expect Mitch and Taryn to pop in. I know they are planning on doing some kind of pop-up live this evening from the ship, so I'm going to have my notifications on for that, but I'm hoping that they are going to have a blast. I jokingly told Mitch before they left to let McKenna know I expected her to take over and have a live show at 8 o'clock after us tonight. But who knows? I wonder if the girls are even watching. I wonder if Kevin knows that you're not wearing a black shirt tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not. Oh, man. Hold on. I'm about to come back and yeah.
Are we funky like a monkey?
Yeah, it's weird, too, because I got full bars. I don't know what's going on.
Right behind Mike tonight is G-Dad, and we were able to make it to see G-Dad this morning. All right, it's just me and an empty chair. Me and Invisible Jason. Here we go. And then Danny D is in the house. Welcome in, Danny. Miss Trisha is here.
Did
So
we
y'all
lose
can go
Az?
get some dinner. No, yeah, Az jumped out because he was lagging. So he wanted to let's get him up here. He's back. Let's see if there we go. Let's see.
No volume.
Yep, you muted. Nope.
It's like a mime.
Fix yourself, Az. Come on now. Jaden is here. Let's see. I did gift 5 more memberships.
Oh, hello. Okay, there we go.
There he is.
That was weird. I wasn't muted. It was just like it didn't pick up my microphone for some reason.
That's odd.
Now I'm lagging again.
You're good.
Wonder what it is.
Maybe I need to stay muted then.
Let's
No,
see.
you're
So
good.
who got my memberships I gifted? Lucia and Glenn, Shay, Jeremy with Hats on a Mission, Najuma, and Michael Ann. All right. And then Josie Ann is here. Mike's made his way to all 3 of our channels now. And then there's Dusty popping in with the hashtag Where's Jason. He's here.
You see me, suckers.
And then Scotty came in. Welcome in, Scotty.
I mean, I think Jason's been on time enough now to where I don't know if it's a joke anymore.
Right. We'll have to come up with a new Jason joke. Look, Trisha, I don't give a rat's behind about the Super Bowl, so happy Sunday.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am. Chad and Jess are downstairs watching it. Ty could care less. Jess could really care less about anything other than the commercials, and we've already had the food for tonight. So look, Mike wants to know, isn't that the hat for the 80s fundraiser, Jason?
Hey, listen, this one I got for the casino night last night because it was 80s themed. And when I showed up, everybody freaked out because they loved it. And they're like, that has got to be like one of your hats that you wear because they loved it. And so I was like, I'm going to rock it tonight. You can even give it a little, if you want to, you can be a little Paddington Bear if you want.
I was going to say, at first you were more Run DMC, but
Jason went to this 80s thing last night that Jess and her girlfriends went to. And she sends me a picture of her with this jackleg right here wearing a shirt that looks like the straight up background from the Saved by the Bell intro.
Yeah, I saw some
Yeah.
pictures.
And I said, what a jackleg. Didn't even tell me he's going to be there. And my butt's left at home. You know what I did last night? Besides make fun of this guy right there, I made fun of him quite a bit.
Hold that up, Zach. So
And Scotty J.
Look at that chest hair. I look like Scotty J over there with all that chest hair.
You're rocking a deep V like Scotty J would.
I had that chest hair out, and everybody was like, "Whoa! Now what is all that chest hair?" I'm like, "It's all fake. It's not fake." And then people were like pulling it, and I was like, "Get out of here, sucker!"
Yeah, I did my taxes last night. That's what I did. I
Boo.
started them. A lot of my institutions don't have their paperwork ready yet, so I couldn't do it. But I was able to at least get the process started. So, yep, Uncle Dave is here. Love you, Uncle Dave. It was fun messing with you last night. Diego is in the house. Welcome in, Diego. Good to see you.
Diego, what's up, buddy?
Miss Liz is here. Welcome in, Liz. I know they are watching the game, but appreciate you tuning in. Mike said dress rehearsal and photo shoot for the trail last night. I am curious to hear how everything went, Mike. And we can't wait to see the pictures because y'all do a great job with the photo shoots.
They really do. I would love to be that guy. That would be an awesome job.
And hey, I don't know about y'all, but I am super excited.
Oh, I'm so pumped. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, Dixie asked me today. I'm one of those, like, I get excited when I'm finally heading that way. Like, I'm excited, but like I get super excited the closer I get. Like, I got so much going on this week leading up to it that I got to get through that stuff first.
But see, that's going to make this week go by even faster too, because there's
Yeah.
less downtime because we are swamped as well. There is something every single day this week in our house. So, or really outside of our house, but we've got it going on. Look, Trisha's got a Coke Zero of the orange cream variety. I remember
Yeah.
that was a big deal when that flavor first came out. Like that was good. That creamsicle flavor.
100%.
Well, Mike, I hate to break it to you. It's 7-Eleven. I am still not through the chat. I'm working on. Uncle Dave is just glad that Jason has a hat on, aren't we all? We
Hey,
can see. Look,
listen.
flip it up, and you look like Gilligan.
I know.
All right, everybody saying hello.
Jess says if you had told Zach you were going to be there last night, he would have come.
Probably. Look, if Lori was here, she would have been yelling at Az for being muted. If
Yeah,
Lori
probably.
was here, she would just be yelling at Az, which I was very pleased to see that Lori was the first one in Friday night's chat.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we go. Here we go. The trail was great. This season is going to be incredible. I can't release any pictures, but they should be great. I'm
Nice.
sure
pumped
y'all
about
will.
that.
And yes, Danny, yes, I was sassy last night. That's why I knew when I was done with the taxes, I had to show up on screen for the usual suspects just for a little bit. So I made my presence known and felt. I couldn't just hide behind the keyboard while I made fun of Uncle Dave and Scotty J. I had to come alive. But here's what I will say, Mike. We are all super excited to come down there Saturday night, and
Oh my gosh.
and then of course for those of us that aren't Jason to come back Sunday and scare act. Ty is thinking about scare acting.
Oh wow.
Mainly
Really?
because he heard Azkhalon is scare acting. So the hope would be if he does decide to do it that he can be partnered up with one of us, like either me or you, in a
Okay.
scene so that he's not alone.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, especially
That's
since
what-
it's my first time.
That's what killed him, was being alone. I don't know if we're going to be able to talk Jess into it. It's not something that interests her, so I don't know if she'll just hang out the whole night, like
Yeah.
probably if we were to do it. But then Ty also said if he decides not to scare act, he's going to ask and see if he can be like Mr. Richard's helper. And Mr. Richard does a ton of stuff at Sir Henry's. Mike knows. And Ty loves Mr. Richard. So he was just like, I just want to follow around Mr. Richard all night. So we'll see.
That's
I
funny.
can't wait. I cannot wait to meet Mike. Mike has
Yeah.
been something I've been waiting for.
Yep. And we're going to get to share a meal with Mike. And then we're going to get to see Mike in his element, which is going to be great. Well, Jason, I need you to know that this week I watched several shows in the community, and one of the hot topics, especially early on this past week, was your app, my friend. There's
Still waiting on it.
there.
Well,
It intrigued quite a few fols when they heard about
I'm excited you said that, Zach,
this
because
all-encompassing app.
well, I can actually, if I can do this, I can kind of. Did I show y'all a little bit? I showed you a little bit, but I'm
Yeah.
almost ready to publish it. But
Oh,
if
wow.
if I can, yeah, I'm up for you guys. But let me go over here. Let me do my share screen, and I'll show you. There we go. Let's see, share. And Zach, can you pull it up once I'm over here?
Absolutely, yeah. Let's get it up here.
All right, can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. So here's kind of, it's called the Park Pro. It's got rides, dining, crowds. So like if you were heading out, so let's say you want to head to the parks, and they've got all the ones. We've got Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood, Animal Kingdom, Universal, Islands of Adventure, Epic. Universal Hollywood also has Disney World, Disneyland, Universal and all that. So let's just say you wanted to see, let's say, where are we going, Zach? We're going to Universal. Okay, so let's go Universal. You've got all the rides. So it tells you that today's moderate. Right now, it's a 6. So
And
it
is
tells
that
you all
out
the
of
way.
is that out of a 10-point scale?
Yes, that's out of a 10
Okay.
point
Okay,
scale.
awesome.
But it also kind of will tell you, like, if you wanted to pull up, like, what the ride heights are. There's 51 inches, 42. It tells you all those. If you got little kids traveling with you. But the beautiful thing that I think about this whole thing is if you go in and let's say you're trying to decide on crowds and what the dates are. So you go up here. Zach and I are going to be, well, I'm going to be there next week. So let's see, I'll be there, let's say Sunday. I'll be hitting the parks at some point. So I can look at Magic Kingdom is a 7. Okay.
Which
If
is
I go
like,
to
stay away.
if I go to Epcot, it's a 6.5.
There we go. Epcot's safe.
Not bad. I go to Hollywood Studios, 7.5. And that's for next week. And
Animal
this is
Kingdom.
based,
Animal Kingdom 5. I'm calling it now. Animal
okay,
Kingdom
Probably.
5.
probably a
Let's see
4.
it.
That's
Well, and
probably
it
a
makes
4.
sense that it makes
5.
sense that some of them are busy since it's President's Day the next day. So
Correct.
But if you look, this is based on last 2 years. So this is, I think it's almost ready to publish. The only thing that I don't love is that, the only thing, and you can sign in, it's got a sign in spot where you can create an account for yourself. You can also, rate things. So like if you're, and Halloween Horror Nights is going to be up as well once that
that's
happens.
cool.
The only thing I don't like is this. I want
The
to
fact there's
take
no image.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that. So what I might do is when I'm at the parks, is I'm going to take a bunch of photos and start bringing those in as we go. But
Okay,
this
yeah.
this is ready. It's got all the rides for wherever you're going. You can choose whichever park. If you were at Universal Studios, it will tell you, and then you can go in here like Despicable Me, Mayhem, E.T.'s Adventure, and you can click on it and you can rate this ride, and you can write a review, and you can do all that stuff. So you can pull all that stuff up ahead of time. It's also got dining. So you can pull up the dining stuff. And some of the names, I've got to make sure the names are all perfect, but you can pick the parks and which park you're at. And it'll tell you all those for that. But it tells you quick services. We're going to have like the bars and lounges on there. But what I love the most is you can almost go ahead of time and kind of pick out what parks you want to go to just based off the park planner. Just kind of what the ratings are. And like I said, it's based off of like 3 to 5 years of stuff. So not bad.
Yeah, I think having the pictures, the images would be really cool. So people can, see what things look like and stuff. So, but outside of that, that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Let me go ahead and get that down since you've removed it there.
Yeah,
But,
I like the
But
And
yeah, I
looking at the
think it should
crowd
be ready
sizes.
this week. It's honestly, I think it's ready. I couldn't take images from Wiki to make the park images and stuff because some of the images were garbage. And so I'd rather have those little fake things and have crappy ones or ones
I
that just
agree.
look repetitive. And
yeah.
I just need to go through and go, hey, boom, boom, take all the photos of everything this time. So I'm gonna be taking a ton of pictures, and I have a ton, and then I'm gonna put my own pictures as the screen thing. So
Yeah.
And just for this is for everybody in the chat and for those listening on the podcast as well. I told Jason, since a ton of you guys, in fact, I'd say the vast majority of you guys that are here week in and week out are cruise community folks. What we would like for you guys to do, and I even talked to G-Dad about this today. It was something that he brought up, and I was glad he did because I said I've already told Jason that. But we want Jason's app to stand out and be different. So we'd love to hear from you guys, and you can write any of us directly about it. And if you reach out to me or we'll get the info to Jason. But if there's something with the Carnival app, the Royal app, the NCL app, regardless, whatever cruise apps you are using that you like, that you dislike, or that you wish you had, let us know so we can let him know, because we want to build, again, this one all-encompassing app to help you guys. Now, mind you, I know if you're on a Royal Caribbean cruise, or if you're on a Carnival cruise, you're going to have to use their app, for their entertainment purposes, for the ship specific stuff. But when you're at home, we'd love this to be, the go-to app for anything and everything for you
How
guys.
could
Yeah,
that be that could be a cool thing. I was looking at it, and we're working on some things behind the scenes on that, like best times to cruise, you know, based on ship sizes, based on what ship you're actually going on. So, that's not going to be impossible. And I think that's once I get this park one done, it will not. I'm not going to include the cruise stuff in on this app. It's going to be its own little thing, and but it's going to be similar to that. It's going to tell you best times to cruise, all that stuff, and it's going to pull in all the information out there, and bring it in. And that's the beautiful thing about the world we live in right now is that I'm able to do all this stuff and bring it in, and it's real time data. So
yeah, that'll be good for planning purposes. Like, because I don't know. I mean, there might be apps out there, but I don't know of one that exists to tell me when's the best time to go cruising.
yeah, you almost have to ask somebody like Scotty and some of the other
Yeah.
cruise people in here. They've been so much they know.
Yeah, and those folks, so that we've got tons that are TAs, and we've got even those that aren't. We've got so many platinum members of different cruise lines. CCA and Mitch and Taryn, they've done Carnival up the wazoo. They've got plenty of info there. Governor Rick is the king of Royal, so he probably has more info on Royal out of Galveston than anybody. So there are folks out there that are definitely experts in certain fields.
One idea I was thinking of, Jason, and you're more than welcome to steal it. Um, and once you get this app going, get the cruise one, I was thinking like maybe you could do one with like major cities in the United States, and like Washington D.C. like list all the museums and stuff, and like when's a good time to go there. So that way, if I'm like taking a trip to Chicago to see my sisters, I can look, or my sister, I can look on there and be like, oh man, I want to visit this place in Chicago. Ooh, it's gonna be a good time to go
Oh
while I'm
yeah,
there. So that would be kind of cool. I mean, obviously, you can't cover every single city in
but you
the
can
United
cover the
States.
ones
That'd
in
be
the
crazy.
U.S. You know what I'm saying? You could have one in the U.S. like the Travel Buddy. You
Yeah,
could have it, stuff like that.
that would
Yeah.
be really cool.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
we're really heading down a crazy time right now with the way that if you're learning all the systems, how to access them, how to turn them into things. Like I've got a couple of things that I'm working on right now. I can't wait. I've got some videos that I'm gonna be dropping this week on some really cool things that And I'm speaking about my channel. I don't want to hog the show, so tell me if I am. But I am. Zach and I talked to the fellas today, but I think I'm going to rebrand my MP3D channel, and I don't know quite yet what I'm going to do, but I feel like being called MP3D, everyone thinks that I just do 3D stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're much,
So
much, much more than that. So
I know, and so of course, we've talked about me being the hobby hopper and stuff, but also my big thing is try hard things and do hard things, and then so Zach and I were talking about. I told him, I said, what if I called myself Mr. Try Hard or the Try Hard channel or, you know, you know, so we've kind of worked on, I've been working on sending them a couple of little kind of mock-ups, but tell me what y'all think on that.
let's get caught back up in the chat here because I'm sure we've gotten a little behind. Look, Mike's costume and props weigh about
Wow.
40 pounds. Yeah, Mike, you're going to be tired you're going to be sore for like a week
Yes.
after this
Oh,
weekend.
that's crazy.
Wow.
40 pounds,
40 pounds.
man.
All right, Trisha, hope you and the hubby have a great dinner.
I'm watching I got the game on this screen down here, muted.
Uncle Dave says, Jason, I got on to Zach about not being in your live shows because I was there. Here's what I need to say now that we've got
Yes.
Mr. down below us here. Liz, if you're still watching, Liz, I finally understand why you hate pop-up unscheduled lives. I finally get it. Because this week, that guy annoyed the fool out of me because he went live like 3 times without telling us he was going to go live. And it was well after us old folks were already in the bed.
That's the other thing too.
Jess and I were asleep, and then we'd wake up and be like, Jason went live again. We'll have to catch the replay this afternoon. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
got to
see
do a
folks
better job of scheduling
I
things.
see Uncle Dave in the chat, and Mandy's in the chat, and Danny's in the chat, and I'm like,
Yep.
come on, Jason.
I know, and I just don't know when's the best time to go live. Sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's later, and then I don't. I'm free balling it. Okay.
Hey now.
Hey now,
Now.
free
Not
balding. I meant
free
free
balling,
balding.
free ball.
Yeah.
Like you're hey, this is so out of context, but the kids use this word today, and they have no clue what they're doing when they say it. But you're raw dogging it, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
no clue what that means, and they say
Yeah.
it all the time. And I'm
They
like, oh
don't
my
know what
god!
that means, which is hilarious.
All right, so look, Mike's got a legitimately good question for you, Jason. Are you planning on testing out your app while you are down there?
Yes, that's kind of the thing is that I want to try to test it. We went onto the app and I've been doing it every day because I don't want to send you guys something you're like this is bull crap. It's off by 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. But like we've been going on to the live. So I've been having my buddy Justin on our lunch break. I'm like, get on the live one, get on the one at the parks, and then let's test it. And guys, I've maybe been off maybe 5 minutes, and a lot of times it's dead on the money.
Mhm.
And and then I'll go and look, and if you look up things and kind of look up park wait times and like the like crowd numbers, we've been pretty dead on. And so, you
Well, and
know,
if you think about it this way, both Disney and Universal are notorious for purposefully not putting the right times up there because they want you to feel like you have waited in line less than what it said.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Because and so they usually lie about 5 to 15 minutes off.
But usually what they put though, I end up waiting less.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the point
Yeah.
because that's supposed to boost the whole serotonin of, hey, that wasn't as bad as what I thought.
Yeah.
And even if it does get crowded or it goes down and you
Yeah.
end up getting off and it's like, well, I still only waited 75 minutes, which is what it said out there. You don't feel so bad because that's
Yeah.
what. So, I mean, it's a genius strategy, whoever came up with that.
And
But
what I want to do, Zach, with the app, and this, I'm giving you a little preview, and I don't know how this going to work, but what I want to do is have a day
mhm.
of section. And so when you go on to a ride, it tells you it's 75 minutes. So you hit the start time on that. You click the start
Okay.
time. A little
And you
thing.
can time it and update it.
Well, it'll be like it'll be a thing. Like I'm just gonna have it like a thing. It'll show time on there, and I'll click it, and that'll be the start time. And when I get off the ride, or when I get to the ride right before, if I can have a phone, that is,
Yeah.
or when I got off, I can click the time that I got on.
So
So
users
if
can
it said
help
that's
with
what
the
I want,
data.
and then it will have it. And if you're registered, then day of will show you what posted and what's actual
That's really
or
cool. That's like
factual.
the Waze app, how it shows like there's an
Yes.
accident here and
I'm
you can click
exactly
it's still
using that.
there or yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome.
I'm going off of that right there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right. Miss Najuma made her way in here. Welcome in. Mike says Jason's going to look like a Japanese tourist with 3 cameras
I am.
on.
I always do. I always do.
Jason is the epitome of tourist.
Well, it's
All
funny is
right.
I'll put my bag up on top of the thing sometimes, and I've had a couple of guys. I'm like, hey, be really careful with this. So a lot of times I'll keep my $8,000 camera sitting on my chest, and they said put everything in the basket. I'm like, okay, but don't yank this stuff. And I put it on the basket. This one guy like grabbed my thing, and I said, hey, you got to be gentle, man. That's about $8,000 in camera and about 3,000 in the bag. So that's a lot of money you're just being rough with. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, you can tell it's not a cheap camera. Chill out.
Greg has made it in, wants to know why we aren't watching the game. We
I'm
will
watching it,
be.
Greg. It's right
We
here.
are.
And as has it, we wanted to hang out, and
Yeah.
we also didn't want to leave everybody without a nerd herd for 2 weeks in a
And
row.
just so y'all know, we could put it on here and let y'all see it, but I think
Copyright.
we probably messed
Yeah,
up.
let's not do that.
But we won't be here next Sunday because Azkhalon and I will be scare acting, so we won't be able to be on here at 7 o'clock unless y'all want to tune in to the Jason show if he wants to show up while he's on vacation.
Why don't I just do a IRL? a little
in real,
nerd
Jason,
herd
Jason will do a
IRL.
pop up, a nerd
pop
herd
up
pop up.
7, Nerd Herd pop up, and who knows? Maybe we'll go live Saturday night while we're at Sir Henry's.
Well, and if Jason does a pop up, everybody will make fun of you and I, Zach, for not being on here.
That's true.
Jason will win everybody back
Look
over.
who's late, everybody.
I know. You know what? I may get me a nice cool drink, find me a spot, and tell Sarah and them, like me and Jesse. I may have Jesse come on the Nerd Herd and take y'all's place, and I'll put us. I've got a little sound thing. I've got all my sound.
Now,
It'll
you can't
sound
talk
good.
about having people replace the Nerd Herd
I'm
when
not having
when
replacements.
you're
I'm not
already
having
bringing
replacements.
back the Bro Show.
I am, but
Because
it's
you can't get enough of talking to young bucks on Sunday night that you got to have a whole nother show with
no.
some other boys.
These other guys, they're not. I mean, bless their hearts. I mean, they've got little kids, so it's not like they can't be as consistent. And besides, it's a whole different ball game. I mean, you guys, I'll never quit you guys. Okay, so unless you kick me out.
Real quick, I gotta say, Drake May just got sacked by a dude with one arm who was getting blocked. Sorry, that was funny. I saw it. I was like, I had to share
G-Dad
that.
says, since you're creating all of these apps, could you create one for me for the best times in the nursing home to go to the bathroom, take a shower, eat the dining plan here at the nursing home? Yeah, the nursing home would be like a park for you, G-Dad. That's great. Mandy is welcomed in.
Hey,
Come
Mandy.
on in, Miss Mandy. Appreciate having you here. Lori says that we can take next week off because she will be cruising. So
Yeah,
and then let's see.
she gave me permission for Friday as well.
Mandy says Jason gets on so late. He does. He stays up like 3/4 of the
Jason,
night.
how do you do it? How do you stay up so late? And
Because
function?
all he does is roll the balls out. So he's got all
I
the
need his
energy
secret
in the
though,
world.
because me
What?
at
Come
40, I can't do that. Like I'm in bed by like at least 10 for some nights 11, but that's like my latest.
And see, even Danny says it needs to make the scheduled stream so we know, or at least give us a shout out, like on your post or something.
You got to
But
work around all the
do a better
cruising
job.
people though, Jason.
we can always count on Mike. Hashtag free balling. Hashtag raw dogging. Mandy. Oh no, that's right, Mandy. This is not the usual suspect.
Oh no, I know, right?
And Danny
when did I
is
start?
celebrating 6 months of membership. Gosh, has it already
Nice.
been that long? Yep, we cannot wait to meet you too, Danny. That is just a month away. That is
Really
so hard
crazy.
to believe. Look, Mike has each channel up and the game all on big screen.
Nice. I do too, but I got all of us on one screen.
And
I got
Greg,
Evie Mux here.
and Greg, so you'll know, not only is that guy, Azkhalon will be there Saturday night, Jason will be there Saturday
I'll be
night.
there.
So if you come Saturday night, you can hang with all of us. It'll be the whole Coker fam. So Jesse and the boys will be with me, Jason and his wife, and then
I'm riding
Raymond,
solo.
just Raymond. But
He's not coming.
I've heard some other friends are going to be there either Sunday or Saturday night. I reached out to my haunt friends, and Jim O'Rear, who I've talked to you guys about some, he's going to be there both nights. But what's funny is he's scare acting Saturday and coming as a guest Sunday. So we'll have to look for him on one of the trails
We'll get
Saturday,
to scare him.
and we'll get to scare him on Sunday. And then Haunt Scene is coming Sunday, so we'll get to scare them.
Nice.
I haven't heard from Woe Davy. I haven't heard from the Taste Buzz. And like I told you guys before the show, Exploring Ryan's going to hang out with us sometime this weekend, but I don't know if it'll be at Sir Henry's or elsewhere.
I'm interested to meet him because he has so much energy.
Ryan?
Yes. I want to see how that energy is in real life.
Just loves Ryan.
Yeah,
Michael,
he always has energy.
Welcome in, Michael. And look, yep, we are throwing shade at the PE teacher. You are right, we are. You're darn right.
Well, but still, though, even doing that, though, I still don't see how you can stay up so late.
And
Hey,
look,
listen,
Mandy
there's a
says,
lot of energy that goes into what we do. You know what I mean? A lot
Mandy
of
says, thank you for the water park video
yes.
ask.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I couldn't record one for this upcoming Friday. I just didn't have time this weekend, but I'll be back that following week, definitely.
Here he is, Jason's favorite, Scotty
Scotty
J
J.
has made it
Yeah!
into.
Pew, 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 pew.
So I have two Scotty J stories to tell you
Oh,
guys
I love it.
from the usual suspects last night. So
Sorry I missed that. I was at at casino.
I'm watching the usual suspects while I'm sitting here doing my taxes, and Scotty is up there, and there's 9 other people up there, and I'm being genuine. I didn't do this or say this to make fun of Scotty, even though we all know that that's what I usually do. I'm making fun of anybody and everybody that's on there because that's just what I do in the
And
chats.
apparently people that are not on there.
I'm the one. So, anyways, it looked like Scotty had something in his teeth down here, and I just knew that if Scotty didn't know, because every now and then Scotty will eat on camera.
Yeah.
He'll just sit there and snack. And so I was like, Scotty, do you have something in your teeth? And all of a sudden he gets all Scotty J about it and is like, oh my God, I knew if somebody was gonna say something, it was gonna be you. And I'm like, yeah.
That's the best impersonation
I
ever.
was like, I'm just looking out. He said some other potassiums in there. But
Yeah.
but I'm like, Scotty J, I'm serious. I'm just looking out for you. And he's like, no, my tooth fell out. Like he was having a tooth bother him and he was brushing his teeth and it fell out. And so then at that point, then I did make a joke. I was like, can you whistle through it? But
Are you serious?
I was being genuine. But my other Scotty J story is not as funny. So last night, again, usual suspects, find out Scotty J's no longer going on the Unhinged cruise. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
The commercial that we have played to advertise the Unhinged cruise has been Scotty J telling everybody to go.
He was saying all these people going.
He's backed out because now he's going with Cheryl on their European cruise next year.
Okay.
He's got to save some more money. So it's a legitimate thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Cause I was about to say, I was like, he backed out? What?
And I haven't told Jess yet, unless she's watching right now. Then Jess just found out right now because she is
going to hate that, by the way.
He is going to be mad.
She is going to not be happy. She loves Scotty J.
At first I thought you said he was going to go on a November cruise.
That'd be awesome. But Jess was just not going to be happy because Scotty J was the only person that she knew she was going to be hanging out with on the Unhinged. So now it might just be Jess and Mandy having to hang out.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right. Mr. Pete, welcome in, Mr. Pete. Glad to have you in here. All right. You met Haunt Scene last night. Now, what were they doing there for the dress rehearsal? Did they get
That's cool.
Did they get to come there? Was it Johnny and was Melissa there too? Or who all was there, Mike? You're gonna have to tell us. But I mean, if you mentioned us, they definitely know me because I've hung out with them before. But they should know the Nerd Herd as a whole, unless they just couldn't remember the name of our show. Danny's planning on getting that Team Jess hoodie. I know she wants to have that by the time that we go to Helen. And Mike says, Greg, if you get there, say hi to the Castle Guard. I'm friends with him. So there we go. We know. So does that mean, like, are you working with the Queen of Hearts there, Mike? Because a little birdie told me that the Queen of Hearts is back this year. And boys, let me tell you, she was a hit last season for Valentine's Day. Yes, the Queen of Hearts, the young lady that played her. Fantastic. Look, and see, Danny was there last night. Scotty J said that. He did. It was like, I knew it'd be you.
So he lost a tooth?
He lost a tooth. So he fits into the Arkansas crowd now where he lives
Oh,
a little
Scotty,
better.
don't take it. Scotty, don't take it.
He can go work at the Waffle House.
Ask this guy.
Let's see.
Tell him.
What does Mandy say here? Let me see. Where I lost it. Mandy was next. Where'd you go? Okay, Mandy says yes, she is down for hanging out with Jess. Jess is gonna need a friend on Unhinged because she's already nervous as all get out. All right.
I wish I could have hung out with her more last night. I played poker and was hanging out with all the peeps, but
she was dealing with her own show last night because
I'm sure.
Jess was the DD last night. So yeah, look, Danny, I knew it during
Jess vlog.
No, are you kidding me?
Ah.
I did my best too because I was like, "You're gonna
Yeah.
film this, right?" And she goes, "No." I said, "Well, how about you film a?" I said, "How about you just film a get ready with me 80s style vlog?"
Well, that would have been actually really
show all
good.
the people your outfit that you got and your fanny pack and your headband and your she let one of the teenage kids do her makeup. I'm like, that would have been great, but nope, she didn't do that either. But she did post pictures on her Facebook account. So for those of y'all that can see Jess's stuff on Facebook, you can see what she looked like.
Okay, yeah, because I saw Jason's pictures on Facebook.
Look, Scotty J's gonna be nice to me now. Yeah. I will definitely give Jess smooches if she lets me.
And it's so funny on Facebook, really quick. Sorry. So, do you remember Zach Jessica Butts?
Yeah, of course I did.
She's a Coker now.
Yeah.
And so I have two Jessica Cokers, and so I have to make sure I pay attention to which one's which.
Well, super, super, super funny story there. I have a coworker that I've worked with the entire time.
We don't have any polygamy stuff going on here, do we, Zach?
No, the whole time I've been at East, and he went in a couple years ago for a colonoscopy, and his nurse was Jessica Coker, but it was Jessica Butts.
Yeah.
He was so worried that it was my wife that was in there doing that.
That's hilarious.
That's fantastic. All right, so Mike said it was Johnny and Melissa, and they knew us all. Of course they did. I would hope so. And Mandy is OMG. I don't know what we're OMGing. It could be anything, Mandy. And Jason, Mike says, you should show your hometown Jason hoodie. You should, because you put that on your live. And I'm sure we've got folks in here that would love to see hometown Jason if you haven't seen this yet.
It's so good. It is good stuff. I mean, who's going to wear it? But it's good to have.
Somebody will. Mike will wear it. Danny would wear it. I guarantee you that.
I mean, I need to do a hometown Jason in the '80s outfit. That's what I need to do.
Jason, were you were on there? You were on Cam Fam Live last week when we were talking about Roosevelt's, weren't you?
Yes.
Was that not the funniest thing? That he had never heard of it, and then he gets on there and starts dogging it. I'm like, come on, Roosevelt's is awesome.
It really is awesome.
Well, now that I know they make polos, awesome. I gotta look into it.
I thought it was hysterical that he just kept spelling it out every time too.
Yeah.
Yes, I finally felt bad. I was like, they're pronounced Roosevelt's.
Yeah. Yes. All right, there. Can you?
Here we go. Here we go, folks. Here it is. There it is.
There it is.
Hometown Jason
and listen,
hoodie.
I got it. We got it in several colors. You know, so my ugly mug, and it's $24.49. And if you're a paid member, you get it for way less too.
That's really cheap for a hoodie.
Folks,
hoodies are 40 or 50 now.
You can't get a $25 hoodie at Walmart.
That's a t-shirt nowadays. That's how much
you get the 15% off. And you get the 15% off. I don't on my paid members, I don't think I'll make hardly anything on it, which is the kind of the deal is that I want to not like
you're already making something off of the membership. So
yes, so I want to yeah, I was like, I wanted it to be something to where, if I can make it affordable especially for my members. Yeah. I've got 20 now. Mike doing Mike things. Mike gets on the live the other night and gifted out 5 other memberships while we're on live.
Mike's awesome.
Mike is the man. We've got some of the best supporters in the world.
Yeah.
And
Jason,
that's
we
why
got to
I'm.
talk soon though about. I need to Azkhalon something because I'm struggling to figure out which merch site I want to go with anyway. So
Yep.
So, Jason, what is the code for the 15%?
I'll
You
have
know,
to. What I'm going to do is
you can send it to Mike.
yeah, I'm gonna send it to you, Mike. I've got to get. I'm probably just going to send a message like through the. That's one thing I had to figure out. Maybe you know better. If they go to my, I've got to get like emails and phone numbers. That's what I got to get so I can send that out
or
because it's going to be updating every month.
you can just do a members only post, and only the
I
members
could.
will see it.
That's what I could
Yeah,
do.
because see,
Okay,
like on
yeah.
Patreon, you can message everybody, but YouTube, you
Ah,
can't really do
But
something
you
like that.
can put out a members only
Yeah,
post on
Mike,
YouTube.
I will put a members only post out tonight for everybody.
yeah. So
I'll
that
do
way,
that tonight.
nobody else will see it except for those
But
members.
Yes,
B
yes,
Dad
yes.
says you look like you're ready to go fly fishing now.
Hey, no,
Just
no,
put
no.
him in some
He
waders and get
meant
him out in the
Jason's.
water.
Listen, G Dad, he was trying to text, but he can't see very well. So he was like, Jason is so fly. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Jason looks like he's so fly. That's what he meant.
Hey, friend. Hey, Antoinette. Welcome in. Glad you could take some time to join us. We appreciate it. Um, Jason, you're going to appreciate this story too. So, I had a pretty funny epiphany this week that I let out on the usual suspects last night once I was finally on screen. This past week, the Anchors Away show, Scotty and Cheryl's show on Wednesday night, they have been building up for weeks the introduction of a new co-host that is going to be on there with them. And so Cheryl somehow didn't let it slip because that I'm sure that had to be Scotty's biggest worry is Cheryl is going to accidentally say something and give it away, and she didn't. God bless her. Cheryl did not give it away, but so I'm guessing and I'm making jokes like if I just tune in and it's Ron, I'm going to be so mad and like all this stuff. And we tune in and we watch. Jess is awake and watching too. And the co-host is it's Scott, not Scott Controversial Cruising, but Scott from the Mustard Drill. His channel's the Mustard Drill, and Scott's been
Oh,
inactive.
that is now. Sorry.
Scott's been inactive from his channel for a few years now, and he actually used to be one of the original co-hosts with Cheryl and Jeremy in the mornings on Go Live Together. And so that's how I knew him. But like Mustard Drill predates me. Like he was already gone by the time I found the community and came in.
Yeah,
But like when he came on screen, I knew who he was because I was subbed to his channel and stuff like that. And while I'm watching, Cheryl is talking about, Cheryl did a great introduction for him before he came on screen, saying, that like this guy he is in her soul. Like they are simpatico like that. And so I get on screen last night and Cheryl's not on there. Cheryl's not in the chat and Cheryl's not here tonight. So I know this will get back to her. But I said, Scotty, I was talking to Scotty J last night. I said, I've realized something about your friend. I said, Cheryl has a thing for bald white guys because she's simpatico with Mustard Drill. She's simpatico with Scotty J. Jason is her favorite, and Rob is her son. Cheryl loves bald white men.
Hey,
So, look, hey, Cheryl, I'll go get it cut for you. I'll go. I'm not going. I'm not
Zach,
going to bald.
I think you look best when you're bald.
I
That's
am
just
never
how-
bald.
Yes,
That's
you are. Yes,
Jason-
He
you are.
cuts it low, but he doesn't get the ball.
Jason sent us a Nerd Herd mock-up, and I'm
You're
bald
never
in it.
bald. Tell me you're never
Jason's got
bald.
more.
I
hair
had more hair
I
than
do.
Zach.
Like I look like dadgum. Yeah, look. I look like freaking Vic.
Look at my hair,
Fangio or
though.
something like that.
Look at my hair.
Look, and Jason's got hair coming out of the hat
Yeah,
there.
he's got a full head of hair.
Hey, you know. Hey, you know.
He ain't got no hair. You got more
Baldy.
hair here.
Old bald Webster up there.
To be fair, Mike has more hair here than the three of us do on our head combined. Mike's beard. Right. Let's see. Danny says she bought her Team Jess hoodie in purple. That is
Nice.
great. Purple's one of Jess's favorite colors too. Purple and green.
Hey, I got a football related thing really quickly.
Uh-huh.
Did y'all see that North Dakota State is going to
FBS,
FBS?
yes, it's
Yeah, they're going
about
to Mountain
time.
West. Well,
I'm
and I
excited
mean,
for them.
you win like what, like 9 out of the last like 13 or 14,
Yeah.
FCS championships. So yeah, and then Sacramento State may make the move as well.
Well, and they're jumping into the Mountain West, which they could easily win.
Yeah. I think they
Easily.
can compete
I
really
mean,
well in the Mountain
they'll
West.
come in and they'll beat the brakes off Boise State, which
Yeah,
I mean is saying something.
yeah. So that's pretty cool.
So
You know
Antoinette
my
says,
boy Josh is playing in this Super Bowl, right? He's not playing. He's second string behind Drake May.
yeah, Josh
Oh, that's
Dobbs.
cool.
Yeah.
Josh
He's such
Dobbs,
I know there was
Tennessee
a bet.
boy.
Yeah, from Tennessee.
There was a bet online that it was like it's one of those long shot bets that he becomes the
MVP.
MVP. Yeah.
Well, Patriots aren't doing so hot right now, so
Look,
they
so
might have to play him. But it's only 6-0 in the second. So
Mikey is watching with the Nerd Herd podcast shirt and Nerd Herd camo hat. I got mine on. That's what I'm wearing here, rocking it.
nice. I was
rocking
wondering
it.
if that's what you were
Yeah,
wearing.
rocking it backwards here.
Yeah, I love how you've been wearing your hat backwards lately, Zach.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Zach used to do that at band camp. I remember.
Did he really?
Like,
yeah. I used to wear hats all the time,
yeah.
and I'd rock them backwards. But for whatever reason, I guess with my hair just being so short, I never really felt the need for a hat anymore.
There was one year, I don't know if it was by section or it was the whole band. I can't remember. It was either our freshman or sophomore year, but we had fitted hats.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I remember because I would wear mine backwards.
Yes, Jaden, correct. There is no Cam Fam tonight because they are on a cruise. Mitch did say earlier today that they are going to have a pop-up live sometime between the end of our show to, I think he said 10 o'clock. So it could be any time tonight, but they don't know when. So it's one of those things that if you get the notification, you can hop on and join them. I just hope it's not after we have gone to bed. Double A is in the house. Welcome in, Double A. Saying
Astro Dobbs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yep, Danny just got her hashtag Team Jess hoodie in purple. Well, if Jess isn't watching, I will be sure to let her know so she can expect to see her beautiful face on you, Danny, when we go to Helen in about a month. Yes, and Danny is reminding everybody, even though there is no Cam Fam, Kicking It Country is doing a live show at 8:10. So for those of y'all that don't care about the game, you can head on over there. Over here, I'll be getting ready for bed because I did my best to stay up like a good husband last night to wait for my wife to come home, who purposefully stayed out later because she just assumed that I was asleep. And she strolled in the house at 1:30 in the morning last night and was like, "Why?" Mind you, I'm laying in bed with the lamp on, but I've got my CPAP mask on, and I'm asleep because I tried. And she's like, "What are you doing up?" I'm like, "I'm waiting for you." She's like, "I stayed over here. I'm so sorry." Whatever. You ain't sorry.
Did you turn on some like 80s love music?
No.
Like, I can feel it now.
2 more minutes to the halftime, and then my Facebook is going to get blown up with people complaining about the halftime show.
People see you're one party or another. Listen, I got no issue with Bad Bunny.
No,
I have no real opinion one way or another.
I don't know his
Bad
stuff.
Bunny's
So.
music. It doesn't bother me a bit that he's going to come out and sing and rap it in Spanish. I don't care. People love him worldwide. I think it's a great get for the Super Bowl for the folks that love him. Jess hates Bad Bunny. Hates him. I don't know why she can't stand him, but she can't stand him. Like he did a thing 2 years ago where he competed in WWE. Like he was one of the celebrity folks that came in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And yeah, he was in a storyline. He did a couple matches, and like most of these celebrities that come over and participate now, he was legit. Like he trained and had great matches. Like he was really good.
That's cool.
But Jess did not care for him at all.
Y'all been watching the Olympics at all?
Wait, what was that, Jason?
Jason asked if we've been watching the Olympics a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A
I
little.
haven't.
It's
I don't.
hard. It's hard to get into the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I like the summer better.
There's a couple things that I enjoy. Like I like watching the luge, where they're just there's nothing to that. They get a running start and then they're just laying there. But it's crazy to think that they're going 74, 75 miles an hour doing that.
I like curling. Curling's cool.
I was about to tell you, I love curling, but I really, I mean, it's Sarah watches it. I'm up there on my TV with my headphones on, watching YouTube videos and doing things. But the ice skating's been really big. But it's so funny. It's like I don't, I never focus on politics at all, ever, 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 ever. I mean, obviously I have my things that I feel and I think, but I never get caught up in it. And I want entertainment to stay entertainment. That's all I ask. I tell everybody when people start trying to push anything at me, it turns me off. I don't. So that's why we always stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah, well, my big thing with the Super Bowl, the halftime show is whether you've heard of Bad Bunny, you don't like his music or whatever, you don't have to watch the halftime show.
Is Bad Bunny gonna pop a chest out? That's all I need to know.
Well, and so many people want these rock and country acts, and I wouldn't mind, some of those, but they're choosing who's really popular, and I mean he's really popular around the world right now.
That's exactly what you should do.
Yeah,
us old heads, if we don't know them or not, if that's who's popular,
I don't need to see. I've seen Aerosmith on at halftime, set times,
and unfortunately, rock and country are not as big as pop and rap. I mean, it's just it is what it is.
And if I don't care to hear it, I'll use the bathroom during that time. I'll get myself back to bed, or I'll pull out my book and read until the commercials come on. It's not the end of the
kick
world.
rocks.
15 minutes.
Now I do have to say, Kendrick Lamar's performance last year. Some people didn't care for it. Look, no, I loved it. Like the symbolism, everything Kendrick Lamar does is on purpose, and I loved it.
I love creatives. Okay, I'm a fan of creatives. You got to have a voice. Just be creative, and I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Prince's halftime show was awesome.
Prince's was great,
and there's been some that I didn't really care for, and I'm like, but I'm not gonna get on social media and be like, that sucks so bad. Blah blah blah.
Chris, thank you for coming in and being a member. We appreciate it, and then gifting an Azkhalon membership.
Thank you, Chris.
That's awesome.
Falling Crystal. Well, hey, we're almost out of time, but we still got enough time to do this. Thank you, Chris, for gifting an Asgardian membership there. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And boys, I closed out first last week. Which one of y'all wants to take the reins to start this week?
You know what? Let Az do it. He loves it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Have a good week, everybody. I don't have anything profound. We won't be on next Sunday. We may try to do something Saturday, but we'll all be hanging out with our buddy Mike and at Sir Henry's and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, and it'll be nice to get away, after a busy week. Like I always say, take time, go on some trips, spend some time with family and friends, because tomorrow's not promised to anybody. All right, there you go. That's my profound thing.
All right, I'll let the man close us out tonight. So I'll come up here next, because I too don't have much profound to say this evening, because your boy is tired. It's been that kind of weekend, and looking ahead to the busy week that we've got going on this next week, it just makes me feel even more tired. But take a minute, take care of yourself, reach out to your people, check on your people. This week, just be there, be present. Like I said, that's my focus for this year, is being present for my people and doing what I can for them. And yes, like Az said, we will not be here next Sunday, but hopefully we may do something for you Saturday. We'll definitely have several vlogs for you from this coming weekend. And I will be back to having my Monday and Thursday vlogs for y'all this week. So we'll not be taking a day off this week like I did last week. So we'll see you guys around the channels.
All right. So I'm closing us out. Thank y'all for hanging out. I know y'all are going to go watch the Super Bowl and all this afterwards, or maybe you're not. But what I was going to tell you is that I'm stealing from Azkhalon this week. He always says, go out, like he said, get out and hang out with your friends, reach out to people. So I'm excited because this week I get to hang out with Zach and Az. I get to see the boys. I also get to see Mike, Greg, all of you guys that maybe hopefully be at the haunt. But I'm just excited about that. I've been trying to live what I say, try the hard things, do the hard things. And sometimes for me right now, the hard things is just, hey, what is the next thing I need to be doing? So that's really exciting for me, but I'm really trying my best to, just stay on top of things with my channel, with everybody. But again, I appreciate y'all so much for all of you that come and watch us every week. Y'all are fantastic and jumping in the comments, and we may have not reached out and got every one of y'all, but we love y'all so much. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. So anyway, y'all have a great week, and we'll see you in some way, shape, or form next week at some point.
Yeah, we couldn't do this without you guys. As much fun as it is, the three of us up here just running our mouths and joking around, you guys in the chat being here joking with us, that makes it 10 times better. So we do. We love you. We appreciate each and every one of you. We hope you have a great week. And I can't say it this week, but because we won't be here next Sunday, but you know where you'll usually find your boys. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great week, everybody. Yep. We'll catch you later.